Do you want AI LLM to respond and answer your questions from your own documents? But before that, the AI should understand the data from those documents, but for that, it really needs a clean text. Today, we will build the first step of this RAG pipeline, which is a really important step to clean the text and convert it into a vector database. We are building today Batch Document Text Extractor tool using these all Streamlit into the Snowflake. In simple words, if I'll say that we'll upload the multiple files, it could be text, it could be PDF or Markdown at once, and it will extract the raw text from those files and save that into the Snowflake. Okay, so this is how the real AI systems start work with these documents. But before that, let's understand what is RAG. In simple word, if I make you understand that RAG is Retrieval Augmented Generation. It enhances the LLM response by fetching the relevant up-to-date information from the data sources which are really internal to an organization and which may be unstructured, structured, or semi-structured databases from where the LLM will get the context and then generate the accurate response that the user was looking for. Let me quickly help you out to understand that how RAG pipelines will help to generate the context and have an accurate output from the internal documents. So you see, when the prompt was given, right? So in that case, that if there is a requirement to generate the context from the internal documents, right? So but before that, we need to build this RAG pipeline. Okay, this is the RAG pipeline. So in this, you can see the documents are first ingested and converted into the text, the chunk text. Okay, and then they generate. It's been generated in the form of embedding, like vector form, the number form. Each and every word is converted into the some number is provided, some array of the numbers is provided, and let we call it as a vector. So that vector is then stored into the vector DB in the form of vector data type. For us, it's a Snowflake. We can have a vector data type in the Snowflake. Once that is done, so that can be retrieved and context will be provided before passing into the LLM. So prompt and context, both things are provided according to that. So based on the prompt, the relevant context is being fetched from the vector DB and that is provided to the LLM, and LLM can generate the accurate result based upon that. So you can definitely check for the video that I put in the description if you want to learn more about the RAG. But before all these retrieval and even before embedding and before doing the smart answers, AI really need a clean text. Okay, and that's what we'll cover in today's challenge. So today app will prepare our data in the right way. This is day 15 of 30 days of AI coding challenge. This challenge is structured in a way that you will learn by doing, step by step build the AI app using Streamlit in Snowflake. Let's start with the demo. So this is day 16 where we build the batch document text extractor, right? This is the default setup of the database in the Snowflake. This is the DB, this is the schema and table name by default. Since we are into the Snowflake platform, so it will by default create this database schema or table if not exists. That code is already mentioned. Now, we'll download the data that needs to be provided as an input. So that data is a reviews. It's 100 customer reviews, right, for Avalanche winter sports equipment. This is about the data. This is the data set from the Avalanche winter sports. You can download, just click on this. It will be download by default, and you can upload this file. Let me upload it from here. We can select all the files. I have already unzipped that. So you can see all 30. Yeah, all 100 files are there. Okay, cool. You can definitely use this replace table mod if you feel like you need to replace and you're uploading these files again. So instead of append, you will replace the table and it will truncate the table and uh, clean all the tables and then insert these new files. By default, it's an append mode. Now you can see it's showing 100 files are uploaded. Okay, it will show all the files in the form of data frame. Okay, and you can click on extract text from these all 100 files, and you will see it will show the status. Documents written to the database: 100 successful, 0 failed. This is a statistic. These a number of words are there. So you can see preview is done. Okay, and saving to Snowflake is in progress. You can see inserting 100 document. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's taking a little bit of time because we have a lot of files that needs to be ingested into Snowflake table. So once it's done, then what next we can see, we can preview the data as well from that table, and we can fetch it and see if it's loaded correctly or not. That will be the first step of this main important the RAG pipeline. You can see balloons are also coming. That is one of the code, one of the property and the feature available that we can show the success and the celebration with these balloons. Now, so I've already loaded 100 records last time when I was doing my practice, but since I uploaded again, so that's why it's showing 200 record. Okay, that's fine. We can clean it up. I'll do the cleanup before proceeding further. You can also do the same. Okay, you can click on replace and then load it again. Okay, so we can see view saved documents. We can query the table and we can see all the insights from here, what all words, what all characters, and kind of a complete data frame. Okay. So that's how we can even select the document which we want to read. We can read that and we can see the review it's coming. That's what in the demo, that's what the app should look like. So for all these coding, let's understand what is the code behind all these properties and this app. Here is a code for day 16, batch document text extractor for RAG. So instead of going through this code, we'll quickly go through down and understand what step by step we need to code. Okay. Okay. We'll start with the database configuration and session state. So we have the simply configuration and the connection with the Snowflake. We are initializing the session state variables and passing that what is the database schema and a table that we need to use to store the text files. Now, next is upload operation. So you would have seen here that we have the upload operation, that where exactly we are uploading the file, and then like this complete the box. Okay, this property, this upload operation is there. We are using the st.file uploader, where we can just mention the title, which type of files we should be able to upload, and they should accept multiple files or not, and then some help text. Okay, so if it's selected, something is there, we will just show that this much files has been uploaded. Okay, so this is the additional new thing that you'll enter. Now, the process button and the progress tracking. So once we upload it, right, you see some, let's suppose if we click on this extract text from 100 files, right? So you see it's running on the active. So you would have seen some process are showing the processing is showing, the information in status is showing, right? So all that it's coming, right? Extract text, this is the one, right? This is the button, okay? And in that button, if it's clicked, then these are the matrices that you need to initialize and then you need to store it, okay? So using st.progress, we are just performing all these steps, okay? You see, it's still running, okay? No issues. Let's move to the next thing, which is replace table mode. So this replace table mode, so this is where it will truncate the table before loading the files for the second time. Let's suppose you're uploading these again, right? You can click on this so that it should clean up all the table in the Snowflake before loading these old files. Okay, that's what we are doing. Select the count, checking if the table exists. If it exists and if the replace mode is there, it's already enabled, it will truncate that. Okay. Now, replace text, extract text from file. How we are extracting the text from the files and how we are reading it, right? So you can see for uploaded files is the one where we have all the files. This is the variable, and in that the ID of the file and then each of the uploaded file. So we are just finding its length, the progress percentage is here. It will show one by one, okay, as in when it's been reading. It starts reading. So for each of the file, if it expanded with the txt or markdown, For both of the type of files, we are just reading it using read function and decoding it using UTF-8. Okay, and then storing it into the extracted underscore text. But what if it's a .pdf file? We are using PDF reader library. It's a package that we are using it, and using this byte IO, we are just converting it and providing it and converting it by the reader so that it will be easily read by this library. Once it's there, we have the data, and we are for each of the pages, right? We are just extracting the text, and if the text is there, we are just concatenating it in the new line into this variable extracted text. Okay. Now, this is the replace mode. We already discussed about it. Truncate table is query run if it's already clicked, and save to Snowflake. So once these all are ready, we have uploaded the document, we have extracted and see the document, so right. So and we also have seen the documents and also written the data files into the table using this. Okay, but what is the code behind it? So first, it also we need to create the table as well. So we are creating a table which is the base table name, which is coming from the initial variable that we defined earlier. Doc ID is a number. Auto increment means that it automatically creates the increment for every new record which is ingested into this table. Okay, that's a data type. That's a property. Okay, it's a kind of a sequential. It will create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then all these properties are there: file name, type, size, and then exactly text, timestamp, count, and character. Okay, these all are helpful in to get more insights later. Cool. For every data in extracted data, it will basically insert that into this table using this properties, this piece of code. These are the columns. Simply insert statement is there, and from data means every record in this data, means every file in this data. We are just picking up its respective information and then executing that statement using session.sql. Okay, once this is done, we are just querying the data which is saved into the table. Simply, you see, this is what we just click on this query data, and it will show the data from that table and with some insights. Okay, and what is the code behind it? So we are just doing the select star and storing that into these two session state variables, and we are again checking for this variable. If it's there, then we are just reading the document ID, and based on the document ID, we'll be able to view it. So how we'll view it? Look here. If we select this one, right? So this is the document ID for this file. Okay. Then we click on load text, and we'll be able to view the data, right? You see, based on the doc ID, we are going to extract these two things. Okay. Text and name. So this is name and the text. Okay. This way, we are done with the day 16 of coding challenge. So make sure you complete all the previous days challenge before starting this, and because otherwise it will be difficult for you to understand this all, how we reach out to this, right? So let's make sure you complete that. In day 16, we build the first step of the RAG pipeline, and we'll learn how we can ingest these batch documents, these unstructured files, right? Now, the next, we will break this text into chunks and prepare it for the embedding. And this is where the RAG really gets powerful. This is Sudeep Kumar. If you want to see more of my videos, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and do share with your friends. Make sure you upload your own documents and make your hand dirty and do a lot of hands-on with the app, and comment done once you finish the day 16, and be ready for the chunking tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.